In this season of A Table in the Corner, I sit down with the chefs who make our local restaurants glow. From fine diners to neighborhood gems, listen to their stories, learn more about their menus and the venues they've built. Who are their favorite chefs and where do they eat off duty? My name is Russell Wasserfall and I've worked in the food and media space for more than 3 decades. I've run bars, owned restaurants, produced a string of cookbooks and spent almost a decade writing about and photographing food in Cape Town and a little bit in Europe for a number of magazines. A Table in the Corner is my gift to the industry I love, and it drops weekly as an audio podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. This season, with a little help from a new sponsor, I've managed to add a video version of the show on YouTube so you can see the chefs I chat to in their restaurants. I'm also working with Sash and Misha, the talented duo from Socially Unacceptable, who help brands craft clear, creative strategies for digital marketing. There's a link in the show notes to their profile page, right under the one you can use to contact me. Our expansion into video is made possible with the support of a new player in the restaurant booking arena. Novel is a restaurant booking service built with the latest AI-driven software. It's slick, responsive, simple to use. It has a clean interface, fewer clicks, and no downloads. Because there are no frills, it's also surprisingly affordable. To find out more and get a demonstration of the system's functionality, reach out to Novel co-founder Jesse Singer. I'll pop his web address and his email in the show notes. I've secured an exclusive deal for listeners, so tell him I sent you and you'll get 2 months free as well as free setup and hands-on onboarding. Mentioning the show when you chat to Jesse about the Novel restaurant booking service helps keep the cameras rolling. That's it. Now you can sit back at your table in the corner and enjoy the show. Today's guest is Anouchka Horn, and Anouchka is one of the minds, one of the forces behind Belly of the Beast. I've referred to it as my favorite restaurant I've never eaten in, but then I ate in it, so now it's just my favorite restaurant. And Galjoen, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Thanks for being on the show. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
And so you should be. What a wonderful show we have for you today. So there's a kind of a formula that we work on, right?
Yeah.
How the show is going now, so that people can kind of locate themselves in the process and know what information they're going to get. And the first thing that I want to find out is how you got going. What made you choose food?
So actually, to be really honest, I didn't really know what I wanted to do when I was younger at all. I found myself in kitchens a lot, but
Why?
not cooking, eating. I love eating.
I love to eat, yeah.
Yeah, so like I'd say like my grand's kitchen is kind of where it began.
Yeah.
It's a little bit cliche, but you know, that's
And what kind of a kitchen was it? Is it very kind of traditional?
very
Afrikaans
traditional
kitchen?
Afrikaans, yeah,
Yeah.
breadies and like just all the like kind of classic
Lots
South
of heavy
African.
steamed puddings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, well, she had a like a malva pudding that was next level. No one else could make it like she did, and yeah, basically, I would always just go in, check what's in the pots, and you could never leave there without getting fed.
So, I mean, apart from a real like love of food and that kind of cultural, historical background of eating, if you didn't know where you were going to go, how did you end up in a cooking school?
So, I think it was kind of like high school. I spent quite a bit of time in the home ec classes, but I didn't have home ec as a subject. I was a bit of a stoutgat in high school, so I'd like bunk a class and then end up with a friend at a home ec class, and I kind of enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah.
When it came to choosing what I'm going to do, my mother put a bit of pressure on me, and I thought, I love cooking. I love making people happy with food, even though I didn't realize it before, you know.
Okay.
I just thought back, and always at a braai or when we were hosting, I would want to make something, and it made me happy when people enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that's
it's interesting that your story and Neil's story, Neil Swart, your business partner, it's kind of the same, because he also didn't know what he was going to do.
Yeah.
He left, and he was also a bit of a slapshot when it came to like choosing his academic direction.
Yeah.
And both of you just love food, spent time in the kitchen because you love food, and somehow bumbled your way into. And where did you study? Where did you do your formal training?
I was at ICA.
ICA, okay. Institute of Culinary Arts. That's in Stellenbosch, right?
Yes. And yeah, at that time we were still on Spier, and then we moved over to Bannock, and it was quite a bit smaller.
Yes, okay.
But I didn't finish. I initially did a 3-year course, and when it came to the 3rd year, I was working at Terroir, and I was loving it.
And you wouldn't need a lot more training than with Michael Broughton.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic.
Fantastic.
I think I learned most of what I knew. I think when I got into that kitchen, I was like, okay, so this is how it works, and that was kind of like a moment for me.
I mean, it's kind of a string of coincidences, and I hope at some stage to be able to sit down with Michael and talk to him about his career in general. But as we were talking in the show with Neil, I realized that my first photographic studio in Cape Town is in the same building that Belly of the Beast is in.
Oh, that's insane.
That's insane, right? Okay. And I only moved out of it because there was a development next door and they built a building in my light. So, we had to find another spot. But also, I was at school with Michael Broughton. Can you believe it?
Okay, I can't believe it.
He was a Natal swimmer, but he's gone on to be a really amazing and very, very process driven. Right?
Yeah.
So did you learn a lot from him?
I really learned a lot. Like, I mean, I think the sections that I worked in the kitchen there was also like, I didn't just get thrown into a veg section, a student section, I got straight, they put me into the pastry section straight off the bat. And I think it was like a week or two of working with someone, and then I was on my own. And I mean, there was quite a few elements on the plate, and he was very like everything had to be.
So he has perfect, a reputation for working and working and working and working and working at a dish before he'll let it on his menu.
Yes,
right? And every element is perfection. Before it goes out.
No, he'd come in and we'd play and we'd play and we'd play with dishes, and then it's quite a while before it actually comes on, and that's actually the opposite of what we do. Yeah,
it kind of is, and I was quite surprised with that background to eat in Belly and see. It's very technique driven, very ingredient driven, but not fussy.
Yeah, no, we like simple food. We like food that we like to cook, the food that we like to eat,
and let the ingredients speak for itself.
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes we get silly ideas. Like sometimes it's frying something at home, and then I'll call Odette or Iska and I'll be like, I had this, how can we put it in the restaurant? How can we make this dish and serve it on the menu? Just because the flavor stuck with me, or a combination stuck with me, or something like that,
Let's just talk, because obviously we covered Belly of the Beast. Let's kind of bring the Belly of the Beast thinking into what happened with Galjoen. How did Galjoen come about?
I think Neil and I both have had quite a passion for seafood for quite a while. We love seafood. Like, I think seafood is one of my favorite things to eat. Obviously, in a restaurant like Belly of the Beast, we can't just serve a lot of seafood, so it's been in the making a long time. We actually wanted to initially open up Galjoen right next to Belly of the Beast, in the space where Tambourine is.
Was Tambourine available? It
was available. We had designs and plans and everything in place, and it just fell through. And at that time, because Neil and I, we were very hesitant to open Galjoen. It was just after COVID. So
nerve-wracking times.
We kept on saying, we're going to do it. And then eventually, when we were ready to do it, the space fell through. So we said, let's just walk down the road, see what's
open, because you're literally 40 meters away?
Yeah, no,
So it's easy to coordinate between two. And how
Yeah.
does it work? Neil runs one, you run the other, or do you each cross over?
No, so we split our time between the restaurants. So we'd have like who's the responsible person today. So everyone knows that they can call either myself or Neil
Yeah.
on that day. And then so when he's here, I'm not. When I'm here, he's not. But we also have our moments where we sit together during the day and just work together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to a little ad break because we need someone to pay the bills for the show.
All good.
Anyone who listens to the show regularly will know that my absolute favorite burger in Cape Town is Zuni Wagyu. That's about not just the quality of the burger, not just the amazing flavor, not just about the tallow fried chips. It's about how cool this little business is. There's two sons of a couple of Eastern Cape farmers who sustainably raised Wagyu, got together to help their dads sell their Wagyu. Because Wagyu is a premium product, a lot of the people who buy from them were buying the prime cuts. These youngsters decided that they were going to make amazing smash burgers and sell them to the public. So it's a direct farm to fork operation, and it's incredible. It's an incredibly well-branded, well-thought-out little business, and it truly embodies the spirit of farm to fork or farm to bun, as they call it. I love this operation. It's starting to expand, and it deserves all the success. And we're back. So, talking about opening a restaurant in Harrington Street, you've got the second one open here, and at some stage I think we need to sit down and talk about Seabamboos, because I'm very excited about that concept.
Definitely.
I want to know what the influences are in Galjoen, because first of all, you named your restaurant after the South African national fish that's endangered.
Yeah.
Right? It's on the red list. Is that?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
the orange. It's red.
No, it's red.
Listed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not allowed to. We're not allowed to serve it here. So
Right. But so then, why name the restaurant Galjoen?
I think it was a little bit. We were talking about a lot of names. I think it was a little bit to create awareness as well.
Okay.
So Galjoen. Not a lot of people knew that it's the national fish.
That's the thing. I only know that because of the name Galjoen, because you named your restaurant.
People
Galjoen,
think it's like the snook or something like that, It seems a lot more
obvious because everyone in the Western Cape lives on snook.
Yeah. But it's the Galjoen. And then also we did some research into the Galjoen, and it's a very resilient fish. It kind of adapts to its surroundings. And I think that was also, again, after COVID, I think we adapted a lot and changed up a lot, and it felt appropriate. It felt like the right name,
And getting to what you're serving in Galjoen, I mean, I know that sustainability, whole beast cooking is very much a part of Belly of the Beast, right? So how does that play itself out in Galjoen?
So I'd say it's still very much focused on. So the menu structure in Galjoen is very, very similar to Belly of the Beast.
Okay, so it's a set menu, bookings.
Yeah. And then basically we'll see what's in season and what's available. We've got some great suppliers that we have very good relationships with, and you need to be able to adapt because you're not always going to get the same fish for the same dish.
So even if it's in season, you guys might go out and come back with nothing, right?
Yeah.
Are you using abalone, or have you spread it a little bit wider than that?
It's a bit wider. So it's abalone, greenfish, Cape fish, Southern Cross, and then we've got musselmonger as well, which is we've got an oyster tank from musselmonger, and we get our mussels and our oysters from them. And then anything that we can find that's interesting, sometimes go foraging a little bit as well.
And treating the food. I mean, is there a lot of cooking, or do you try to leave it pretty much in the state that you find it?
I really think so. We've got a head chef, Iska, and I think it's really it depends menu to menu.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we'll have the most classic thinly sliced swordfish carpaccio, and it's basically just seasoned with a little bit of salt, lemon juice, and a nice croûte on the side. Sometimes we'll have something with a bit more element. So it really depends on
what you're getting in. So you've got to be
Yeah.
quite adaptable to keep the menu interesting as
Yeah.
the different things are coming in.
Yeah, and also I think we change our menu quite often. So we do every 6 to 8 weeks we do a menu change,
Okay.
which is it's lekker because we kind of it keeps your creative
Juices flowing.
creative juices flowing. Yeah.
And have you kind of because it's an interesting concept, and I know that you were chatting with Neil about the fact that winter was a bit of a hard one
Yeah.
this year.
No, it was.
But have you found regulars who are coming in regularly because of how you're cooking and what you're working with?
We definitely have a few guests that come back on the regular. I think, and this is always why I say also maybe our winter was a bit more difficult years. People have a thing that seafood is more
It's a summer
summery.
thing.
For me, it's almost the opposite, like a mussel potjie, because we have stuff like that, like a mussel potjie with warm bread. I mean, that's winter, you know. It's good. Or we at the moment we have like pap and fish,
Which is very winter,
which
completely.
is very winter, you know.
Sticky, yeah.
But I think you kind of cut your audience in half a little bit here because we're only serving seafood. So I mean, if you have a big table wanting to come and there's one person not eating seafood, they're most likely rather going to go to belly or maybe come to seebambus. Yeah.
That's an interesting thing. Do you think, though, and this is a question kind of off the script,
Yeah.
is that with the number of restaurants there are, and there's so many restaurants opening up in Cape Town.
There is, yeah.
However, there are a lot of diners to fill those restaurants.
Yeah.
Surely it's not that risky to open a seafood-only restaurant because you'll find your crew.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
There's people who love it, and I mean, even if we like we have people who come here who only eat seafood, and we had a what was it? It was a sausage roll, a tuna sausage roll on the menu. Like proper minced tuna sausage roll. We did it with like a butternut and creamed spinach, but the creamed spinach had some seaweeds in there as well. And I mean, people went nuts for it. And I feel like someone who doesn't eat seafood necessarily would enjoy that too.
Yeah.
So and that's our thing at Belly as well. We want people to come with an open mind. And people are scared to come out if they're not too nuts about something, you know, but we try to always convince them a little bit.
I mean, like the menu I ate with you for lunch the other day, you know, there was a chicken dish that had the heart, the gizzards,
the thigh, yeah,
you know, and that was easy in, and then it was tongue, and I mean, it was just completely delicious, you know. So even though seeing some of those names on the menu might make you go, hang on a second, that I feel the way it's treated is just fantastic. So that you're inventive and make a sausage roll out of tuna. That's amazing.
I mean,
Galjoen, you know?
and that's the thing. That's what we're trying to do. We want people to be open. So sometimes we'll get someone who says, I don't like this type of fish. And then we'll say, well, don't you just want to try it? And we've convinced people, you know, we have convinced people.
And speaking of that, I mean, are you looking at species, not just the regular old tuna, salmon, dada? Are you looking at unusual species that people would not normally eat? Are you going across the range, whatever's edible?
I think it's what's the freshest and what's available, you know. So it's not necessarily if it's like if we get something great, like if Abelobi has something out of the ordinary, fantastic, we'll order it. But I think because it's so limited in a way to get fresh produce, we take what we can get, and we do something special with it, you know.
I mean, one of the questions on this sheet is, you know, what is your favorite dish that you think sort of typifies what you do. And I mean, I want to shape that question specifically to Galjoen, but you've almost answered that because the tuna sausage roll is actually a perfect answer. But is there another dish that you can think of at Galjoen that says, this is who we are? If you come here, eat this, and you'll understand me as a chef.
So I'd say there's a dish called the rock pool.
Okay.
And when you close your eyes and you eat that dish, it's supposed to feel like you're standing in a rock pool in the ocean where you take out some mussels or some seaweeds. And so it's a seaweed broth. It's some confit, abalone, some klipkombash, and some pickled kelp. And that's the dish. And you have everything in your little bowl. We serve it in a little bowl that's shaped like an abalone.
Yeah.
And then we can pour the warm broth over at the table. And it's so subtle, but that's exactly what you get.
Who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say that would be one of the favorites.
The things that you'd hold up and say, this is our dish.
Yeah. No, definitely. And it appears regularly on the menu.
In the restaurant itself, apart from what's on the menu, what is the experience that you hope people have when they're at Galjoen? I mean, and I'm going to shape that question a little bit as well and ask you, I mean, do you hope that people go away with a better respect for the ocean and its produce, or is that not really your intention?
No, 100%.
Oh, really?
I think definitely that would be part of it. For me, firstly and foremost, I want people to leave happy and full.
Okay.
That's my biggest thing. And then also, I mean, we've got these little menu cards that we put on the table, and it would, at the back of the description of the dish, it kind of tells you why we used something or what it is, So it is a little bit
educational.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I thought that was a wonderful feature, that even though your team at Belly come up to the table and explain each dish and do a beautiful job of that, there's a little card that you can read afterwards and you can think about it. And so if you're doing that, and it's almost like the sassy list, there's a little excerpt there. Is that kind of what you're doing? Trying to supplement what they do.
Yeah, so basically, I think the reason why we started doing it is more people wanted to know what they were eating. Sometimes they were enjoying themselves so much they don't really listen when the explanation comes, and we don't have a printed menu because we find a lot of times if you have a printed menu, someone sees one ingredient and they're like, I don't eat this and I don't eat that and I don't eat that.
Very interesting.
And we want to avoid that completely.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get once it's in front of you, and then you get your little menu card to explain a little bit more.
And you're done because it's in front of you. You got to eat it.
Yeah, no, you did. Yeah, that's basically how it is. We're not trying to trick people. I just feel like there's a lot of things. I mean, I ate things I hated peas as a kid.
Yeah.
Like I hated peas.
Well, there are things that people have femis about, but if you just put it in a different, listen, I've got the experience. I've got a daughter who's 13.
Yeah.
For years and years, she'd eat chicken strips or mac and cheese. And in the last year or so, she started to experiment, and now she's kind of adventurous, and we've got her eating curries and samosas and all different stuff,
Yeah.
And a lot of it is the femis is just because you say the name. If you say peas to her, she'll go, ew. But if you feed it to her in another form, okay.
I get that exactly. And I mean, that was my thing. I think I started eating peas, and I love peas now, after school when I went to work at Terroir, and there was a dish with a lot of peas on it, and I was like, why are these peas so good?
It wasn't Michael in the background beating you, say, you will eat the peas. Eat the peas.
No. No, I think there was so much care and precision put into every single element, and everything was seasoned perfectly, and I was like, this is how a pea should taste. It shouldn't come out of a tin.
There we
go. I mean, that's what I got sometimes at home, was a pea out of a tin, and that's, I still can't eat tin peas.
No, that texture.
Yeah, it's just, there's something about it.
Right, let's take this moment to hear from one of the sponsors. One of the biggest challenges currently facing chefs and restaurant operators is rising input costs. Managing them can be really difficult. That's what Heads Up is for. The team at Heads Up developed an app where you can scan or photograph invoices, upload them to the system, and it'll produce comparative prices from suppliers throughout your region. This allows operators or chefs to negotiate with their suppliers on price. If this guy has chicken breast for $5 a kilo less, or cleaning materials are 15% less somewhere else, you have a tool to negotiate a better price, something that helps you do a little better on each bill. New operators starting out can benchmark prices across the range so they can effectively cost menus and sundries from day one. There's a link to Heads Up's website in the show notes. Get in touch. They'll help you get a fair price. And we're back. So I want to pick up on something that you said just now about, putting the menu in front of people and that's what you're going to eat. One of the things that strikes me about Belly of the Beast, it's something that Neil was quoted as saying in one of the articles I read about you guys, and it's something that I'm guessing applies at Galjoen.
Yeah.
Is that you work to bookings only,
Yeah.
a set menu, so you managed to keep the waste way down.
Yeah.
Right? Was that always intentional with you?
Yeah, so from the start at Belly, when we opened Belly, we were only seating 20 guests at a time.
That's right.
And we didn't, if someone didn't let us know about dietary restrictions, we didn't prep for that. I mean, our fridges were empty, and if you didn't let us know beforehand, then sorry. But I mean, as we got busier and more guests, we do now prep a little bit of like vegetarian, gluten-free, things like that you do get.
Yeah.
Because it's also difficult sometimes now. Someone's sitting there and they really can't
participate.
Yeah.
Because they arrived and they're on life support, so they can't eat peas.
Yeah.
Because that does happen. People in those big iron lungs, when you wheel people into the restaurant,
yeah.
and everyone's sitting around having a good time, and say, "What about my friend?"
Yeah.
Yes, those moments.
Those moments, yeah.
Exactly.
But then you also get people who come in and say, "I just don't eat this."
Yeah.
Then we are a bit more strict, Then we'll stick to our guns a little bit and say, "But just try it. There's enough food on the rest of the menu." And that's the same what we do here. I mean, obviously, if someone has a shellfish allergy, we're going to cater for that, you know. But if someone says, "I just don't like snook," then I'm like, try this snook.
Yeah.
This snook,
It will change.
You can tell me afterwards if you didn't like it or, but...
Doing something like that does take quite a bit of engagement with your customers. And I mean, it's a very, very personal experience eating in Belly, and I'm going to assume in Galjoen, where people are talking to you, asking your preferences, saying, "We found this, we got this from this guy, and we've done this with it, and this is how we prepared it for you."
Yeah.
So it's a very much that one-on-one.
Yeah, and I mean, the chefs go out to the tables and chat to you, and,
Because it's an open kitchen.
That's something that's normally like a non-negotiable for me, is having an open kitchen in a restaurant. It's a very important thing for us.
Let's shift along a little bit to the kind of other side of the restaurant game. There's a section in this new format called Watch List, and I want to know who you're watching. Who's the chef in town that you are thinking that person is absolutely killing it? They're onto something amazing. Who is it?
So I recently went to the soft launch of Melting Pot, John van Zyl.
Exactly.
Studied with him as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, because they've moved in. Because I've been following Melting Pot since they were that little pop-up in, was it Whale Street or just...
Yeah, I think it was Loop Street. I think...
Was it Loop?
And then they were in Whale after that. Upstairs of the gin bar, yeah.
That's right, exactly. And what a journey they've had. I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah, no, you do.
So what was the soft opening like?
It was insane. I mean, like, I think I went to every single spot he had, and multiple times.
Yeah.
And for me, the food is just absolutely fantastic. It's so good. And that's what I found. Like, that's going to be my spot. Like, I'm going to go there often.
Are the doors open yet? Because we in kind of mid-November.
I think, they are open. Bookings are open. And
Okay.
I would definitely suggest to go there. It's insane.
And what about like a sort of a little neighborhood regular for you?
So, I mean, I live in the northern suburbs.
Yes. Okay.
There's not a lot of restaurants in the northern suburbs. I mean, so we do come into town to eat quite often. I'd say, like, I love going for a quick lunch at Lelo's, doing their pasta Tuesday, pasta Thursday.
Oh,
It's always good
Yeah.
every single time, and it's a surprise every time
Yeah.
because it's a different pasta. And then, I mean, love going to Diaz. That's always a lekker one.
Neil told me a little secret in his interview about sneaking off to Diaz from time to time.
Yeah.
I have to say, it's a legendary place.
Yeah.
Just summer, go in there in flip-flops. And
Yeah.
the food's it's consistently good.
Yeah, no, just the lekker. I mean, we were there as a big table for dinner the other night, and we order a platter with everything on, and it just comes to the table, and you just dig in, and it's just
Fantastic.
proper, like, feel-good food.
There's something about that ethnic cuisine. It's very sharey, around the table, couple of drinks, bit of a laugh,
I love to eat like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just one more spot that I also love. I haven't been in a while, but it's like my ultimate favorite is Bow Down. Love going there.
Comes up a lot in this show.
Yeah,
It really does.
I would imagine it's insane. It's so good.
Fantastic. Then the very last thing before we sign off on Galjoen and Anouchka Horn is what's your like secret comfort food? Like you're at home watching Netflix and you know, like go and fry an egg and put it on Bovril toast or something. What's that thing that secret thing, or the thing that when you get home from a late shift, you're like, oh.
I've got a few, but I'm gonna start with. There's something I love about this, and it's a double chili cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Oh,
Go through the drive-through, double chili cheeseburger. That's it. Just one double chili cheeseburger. That's something. And
well, speaking of burgers, didn't we have a conversation about Zuni?
yeah,
A Zuni burger.
I love a Zuni burger, but I'm not gonna after work drive there and go.
So they'd probably be closed because
Yeah.
what are you looking at the shop? 11, 12?
I mean, I'm not locking up the shop. We've
not
got
always, okay.
some fantastic managers who do that. Yeah, but still, sometimes going out there is a bit.
Nothing's
Yeah. But a good burger, like, I mean, I mentioned the McDonald's chili cheeseburger now, but I mean, they do a great burger here at Tommy's Chop Shop as well. It's Frankie Fenner burger, which is insane.
Very good.
So I love a good burger, but I think my ultimate comfort and like go to like guilty pleasure almost is it's the next day's lamb loin chop on a piece of plain white bread with butter with some chili chutney on the side. That's the thing. Lamb chop on bread is the best thing ever. That fat just melts onto the bread and you kind of sweep it up, and that's my.
It's so interesting because one of my favorite things in the world is the Sunday roast lamb.
Yeah.
Afterwards is a white bread sandwich with peach chutney.
Okay. I'm gonna try that.
So Mrs. Ball's peach chutney.
Yeah, proper.
Obviously salt, pepper, the whole thing. Oh my God, so good.
Yeah. So Neil makes a chili chutney. It's like a family recipe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll organize you a jar.
Organize me some of that because I do like myself a taste of chili.
Yeah.
Good.
And I always have that in the fridge, and then on a slice of bread with a chop.
With yesterday's chop.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I might try that my own self.
Yeah.
Anouchka Horn, it's been fantastic chatting to you. It really, what a wonderful natter. If you're in Cape Town and you want to try our local seafood, you can't do better than Galjoen. So thanks for chatting to me.
Thank you. Lekker.
Lekker.